Now at 5, Utah Highway Patrol troopers head out for a New Year's Eve blitz, looking for impaired drivers tonight as winter weather moves into the area. Plus, Brigham Young University is mourning after one of their football players is killed in a construction accident. And we look back on the life of Pope Benedict XVI, who changed the course of history when he stepped down almost 10 years ago.
Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Good evening and Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Rick Aaron. We begin this evening in Morgan County, where a semi-truck collided with a snowplow last night, causing that plow to roll over. Take a look at these pictures that the Morgan County Fire Department captured in the aftermath of the accident. They say the semi-truck driving on Interstate 84 tried to pass that snowplow, but it hit its shovel, causing it to lose control and tip over onto its side. The semi-truck driver did not stop, and the plow driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Safety officials say this should be a reminder to all of us not to pass snowplows and allow plenty of room for them if you do. All right, 2022 ending on a soggy note. Let's check in with ABC4's Bob Bedore for the latest on our New Year's Eve forecast. Bob?
Yeah, Rick, we're gonna end on a soggy note, and we're gonna start the next year on a soggy note. It's gonna be kind of wet all the way around, and that's what we've got going on right now. Though warm outside, and that's why we're seeing a lot of rain and not the snow. In fact, if we take a look outside our own studios, you can see 41 degrees outside our studios right now. Where that flag has just got the slightest little bit of a breeze going on into it. And then if you were to look at our radar, though, you can see we got these storms moving across. Let's take a closer look at those, and we'll see just exactly what's going on. Now, see two big storm systems going on right now. If we go to the north, you can see as it's going across a good mix of snow and rain, but right along where we are, like I said, 41 degrees. We're not going to get snow in that, but in the mountains, a lot of snow going. We got those winter alerts. Heading down south we go, and you can see rain just starting to make its way away from St. George, but we are seeing some snow in the mountains as we get going, and that's what we're going to be tracking throughout the night, and that's why we've got a lot of winter alerts. I'll tell you about it in a moment, but take a look outside Deer Valley. Well, pretty cloudy right now, but those temperatures, again, warm throughout most of the state. We're still seeing 42 in Ogden, 35 in Garden City, 24 in Park City, but we've got a lot going on. We got those winter alerts. I'll tell you about all of it coming up in my full forecast in just a little bit. Rick?
All right, thank you very much, Bob. Well, we have some horrific news this New Year's Eve from from Sanpete County, where a Moroni couple has been charged with murder after they allegedly abused their 2-year-old daughter, resulting in her death. The girl's stepfather, 51-year-old Juan Castillo, and her mother, 22-year-old Anyi Cruz, were both charged with child abuse homicide after medical personnel took the toddler to a hospital where she was pronounced dead Thursday. She was found to have been physically abused with bruises, cuts, and broken ribs. The couple admitted to hitting the girl as well as giving her large amounts of medication that may have contributed to her death. Tragic news also today for the BYU football team. Freshman offensive lineman Sione Veikoso died in a construction accident yesterday while visiting his home in Hawaii. According to police in Kailua, Veikoso and 2 other men were trapped when a 15-foot rock wall collapsed on them. Veikoso was pronounced dead at the scene, while the other 2 were taken to the hospital in serious but stable condition. Veikoso was a 6'7", 300-pounder who served a full-time mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Brazil from 2018 to 2020 and played in 1 game for the Cougars this season. Veikoso was 22 years old. BYU head coach Kalani Sitake offered his condolences on Twitter last night after speaking to Veikoso's family, saying, quote, "We are extremely saddened to learn of the tragic death of one of our brothers, Sione Veikoso. His passing is heartbreaking to all of us. We offer our deepest condolences and prayers to his family as we share in their grief. Our love for you is forever, Sione." Elsewhere, many Catholics around the world are reflecting back on the life of Pope Benedict XVI, who died at his Vatican residence today at age 95, almost a decade after he stepped down because of his ailing health. ABC's Inez de la Cuatera has more.
It's not just his papacy, but the way it ended, defining Pope Benedict XVI's legacy. In February 2013, Benedict became the first pope in 600 years to resign. He cited his advanced age and failing health, stepping aside as Pope Francis was elected, and Benedict became the first Pope Emeritus in modern history, living out his final years in a former monastery on the Vatican grounds, at times joining Pope Francis at major church events. He was born in Germany in 1927 as Joseph Ratzinger. Shortly after he turned 14, he, like most young Germans at the time, was forced to join the Hitler Youth, but he was not a willing participant. When he returned to Germany as pontiff, he became only the second pope in history to visit a synagogue. He was elected pontiff on April 19, 2005, to fill the vacancy left by Pope John Paul II. He chose the name Benedict XVI. He had been known as God's Rottweiler, an unyielding conservative and guardian of traditional Catholic values, but he soon surprised his skeptics, showing his gentler side. Benedict never veered far from his conservative beliefs. He condemned gay marriage, the ordination of women, and allowing priests to marry. He also addressed the sex abuse crisis within the Catholic Church, meeting privately with victims of pedophile priests during his trip to the U.S. in 2008.
No words of mine could describe the pain and harm inflicted by such abuse.
But some say that scandal, the Pope seemed unable to put to rest, eventually played a role in his resignation, his retirement shaking up the Vatican, securing his place in history. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, Paris.
Coming up, ringing in the new year across the globe, how different countries are celebrating the countdown to 2023.